Okay, so good day class. So our lesson for today is about simple and compound curve. So definition. So for the horizontal curves, so curves used in horizontal planes to connect two straight lines, tangent sections. For simple curves, so circular arc track connecting two tangents. So this is the most common. No? So this is the first tangent line and this is the second tangent line. No? Compound curve. So this is a curve which is composed of two or more circular arcs of different radii tangent to each other with centers on the same side of the alignment. So just like sa given a figure B dito, no? Next, broken back. So combination ng short length of tangent, less than 100 feet, connecting two circular arcs that have centers on the same side, just like sa figure C. Next, reverse curve. So two circular arcs tangent each other with their centers on opposite sides of the alignment. Okay, so ito yung typical example no, sa actual ng reverse curve or combination ng mga simple curve and compound. So ito yung typical layout of a simple horizontal curve. So we have here the following variables or parameters. So R, which represent the radius of the circular curve. So from the center, okay, to any point ng sa curve natin, no? Next, PC, or for the point of curvature, this point. And PT for the point of tangency, yung last point, no? As point P. Next, PI. So ito yung point of intersection ng dalawang tangent line. So this is the first tangent line, this is the second tangent line. No? Next, tangent length. Okay. So yung tangent length running from point A to point V, or since this is symmetrical, so we expect that this T is the same as the T here. No? So point V to point uh, P. Next, length of curvature. So yung length ng arc or curve running from PC to PT. Okay. Next, middle ordinate. So this segment. Okay. Straight na to. Next, external distance. So from this point to this point. Next, chord length. So line segment connecting PC to PT. Okay. So usually yung variable natin dito is capital LC, no? For the long chord. Ito yung LC natin. Then yung chord length. So yung arc mismo, ito yun. Okay. So we use a variable capital L then sub C. Next, deflection angle. So this delta here, no, is the same as the delta. Kasi if we try to spec yung given a figure, for given a simple curve like this, ganyan. So let's say ito yung PC to PT, no? So this is the tangent line. And let's say this is the center. Okay. So meron tayo angle dito, no? So if we try to bisect this angle, it's a line of symmetry. So this will cut the angle into two equal parts. Okay. This is the tangent line, this is the radius. Okay. So the angle between the two is 90. So if we let a variable alpha to represent this angle, and if we try to consider this right triangle, so if we try to sum yung interior angles ng triangle natin, so alpha plus 90, okay, plus delta over 2 is, of course, 180 yun, no? So isolate natin si alpha. This will give us 180 minus 90 minus delta over 2. So simplify, this will give us this expression, no? So of course, this alpha here is the same as the alpha here. Okay. So if we try to add this 2, this will give us 2 alpha. Okay. Now if we try to represent this angle as beta and try to consider this uh, two angles, alpha and beta, so kailangan yung sum, okay, ng dalawa na to is equivalent to 180. Okay. So isolate natin si beta. This will give us 180 minus 2 alpha. So this is 180 minus 2. Ang alpha natin is equivalent to this one. So 90 minus delta over 2. So this give us 180 minus 180. Then positive, negative times negative is positive, delta. So we can eliminate this 2. This will give us yung value ng beta as the same as the delta here. No? Okay. Okay, so yung sharpness ng curve natin can be expressed in three ways, no? So, pwedeng arc basis, second is chord basis based on the given degree ng curve, or from the stated radius. So, for the arc basis, so yung degree ng curve is the angle at the center, subtended by an arc, 20 meters in metric, and 100 feet sa English system, no? So, this is the method generally used in highway practice. So for every 20 meters na arc length, there's corresponding angle center. So this angle center is represented as T for the degree ng curve. No? Now if we try to compare this, okay, sa isang unit circle with radius R, by ratio proportion, we can generate this equation. No? So 20 over D is equals to, okay, kinopare natin siya sa one whole circle. So we're comparing this arc over the angular center is equivalent to yung arc length, okay, for given uh, one whole circle. So ang perimeter or circumference niya is 2 pi r over the angle of the center is 360. So just isolate D, okay? D is equivalent to 1145.916 over R, no? So, ito yung formula if you want to determine the degree ng curve. Next, chord basis. So, degree ng curve is the angle subtended this time by the chord, no, of 20 meters in metric or 100 feet in English system. No? So, this time, yung chord length natin is 20 meters. So, this line represents the line of symmetry. So, this will cut the angle uh, degree ng curve into two equal parts as d over 2. D over 2 now. And of course, from this point to this point, this represents yung R. So using sine function, just consider this right triangle, we can be able to relate this two now. So sine of this D over 2 is equivalent to 10 over R. So just isolate R just to give us 10 over sine D over 2. And third is the from the given radius now. So ito yung elements ng simple curve, okay, that we discussed. So let's try to derive now yung formula, no? So from this simple curve, okay, if we try to isolate this triangle, so from PC to PI to point O, okay, so we have the following variables now, R, T, and of course this angle as I over 2, no? So since yung angle center natin is I, no? And this is a live symmetry. So this will cut the angle into two equal parts. And of course, the angle between the tangent line and the radius is 90 degrees, exactly 90. So for the tangent distance, so ito yung presented as t. So we use the tangent function to relate this two variables. So tangent of I over 2 is equivalent to t over r. So just isolate t to give us r tangent I over 2. Next, for the external distance, so yung segment from this point pi to this point, no? So consider again this triangle. So if we try to use cosine function, cosine of angle I over 2 is equivalent to r, okay, over the line segment OV. And if we try to isolate OV, this will give us r secant of I over 2, no? Kasi magiging 1 over cosine yan, no? And of course, yung external distance, yung E natin, okay, is equivalent to the line segment O to V minus, okay, this segment which represent yung R, no? In order to obtain the value or length ng external distance. Since we already have the OV which is equivalent to this, so substitute lang natin, then just simplify. We can factor out R. So ito yung magiging result. Okay, just factor out R, just give us the formula for the external distance, R times secant I over 2 minus 1. Okay, next formula is middle ordinate. So yung middle ordinate is yung segment dito, no? Okay, so this time we're considering this triangle obtained from this one. So yung O to point A, PT, no? So of course, to obtain natin yung length ng line segment middle ordinate, so we need to consider the R value minus the segment OA. So by considering this triangle, so cosine of this angle is equivalent to AO. So yung AO natin is this segment over R. So isolate natin yung AO. This will give us R cosine I over 2. Then M natin, middle ordinate, is equivalent to the line segment R minus this line segment AO, no? So just use this term, substitute natin dito. Okay, then factor out the common, which is R. This will give us the formula for the middle ordinate. No? R times 1 minus cosine I over 2. Then for the length ng chord, so yung length ng chord is line segment connecting PC to PT. So dito, no? So of course, since this line represent the line of symmetry, so we expect that this will cut the length of the chord into two equal parts. So that's why for this segment, this is LC over 2, no? Okay, or C over 2. Then just use the sine function. So sine of I over 2 is equivalent to C over 2 over R. Then just isolate C for the length of chord. This is equivalent to 2R sine I over 2. Okay, P formula, length ng curve. So yung arc length dito. So we can use ratio and proportion. So yung length ng curve over the angle at the center or angle of intersection I is equivalent to, so yung ginagamit natin na unit in metric, for every 20 meters na length na arc, there's a corresponding angle at the center which represent yung degree ng curve, no? So kaya 20 over d. No, kung ang i-adapt naman natin is English, so ang ginagamit nilang constant value is instead of 20 meters, 100 feet, no? So of course, just isolate LC to give us 20I over D. Now, if the unit of this 20 is in terms of meters and I is in terms of degrees, degree ng curve is also degrees, we can eliminate the unit for degrees to expect the unit for L sub C would be in terms of meters metric. Okay, so example. So the tangent distance of a 3-degree simple curve is 1/2 ng radius, no? So from that statement, we can be able to generate an equation. So tangent distance equivalent to 1/2 ng r daw, no? For this given example. So our task here is determine the following, no? So yung value ng I, length ng curve, and area ng fillet, no? So yung area ng fillet is yung area na to, no? Okay? So of course, meron tayong ganyan, no? So given din yung degree ng curve natin as 3 degree, no? So yung angle of intersection, so we have this formula, recall T is equals to R tangent I over 2. Okay? Then we have this condition sa example, T is equals to 1 of R. So we can use yung formula for T. So substitute natin dyan, equate this to, we can determine the value of I now. So from this, we can eliminate R, simply divide both sides by R now. So this will give us the I value as 53.13 degrees. So ito yung sagot natin sa part A. So in part B, so for the length ng curve, so recall this formula, LC is equals to 20I over D. So we already have the value of I. So substitute na natin. So L sub C is 354.20 meters. Okay. So yung next part is yung area ng fillet, no? So if we try to redraw, okay, yung figure. So of course, this is yung T, no? Tangent distance. And this one is yung R. This represent yung line of symmetry. Okay. So if you try to consider yung area ng this half triangle, right triangle. So area ng half ng area 1 natin is 1/2 T times R, di ba? Then since this area 1 is the same as the area here, so simply multiply this by 2. Okay? So parang we're considering so yung area dito is equivalent to this area, then times this area plus this area. So kaya times 2 siya. Then we need to subtract yung area ng sector dito. Okay. So area ng sector, so function siya ng yung formula natin is area ng sector 1/2 theta r squared, where theta should be in radian units. Okay. Now for this case, yung usually yung value ng I, or for this given example, I is in terms of degree units. So we need to convert degree to radian. So we need to multiply this by pi over 180. So kaya maging result is minus 1/2. So yung I natin is, yung theta is I r squared, then times pi over 180. Okay. So just simplify. Substitute natin yung mga values na given sa problem. So yung area is ito 1/2 TR times 2. then minus uh, pi r squared times I over 360. Kasi 180 times 2 is 360 na, no? So just substitute. Of course, we need to identify first what is R. So R can be obtained from the formula that we derived last time. Yung D is equals to 1145.916 divided by R, no? So just cross multiply to give us the formula for R as in terms of D is equals to 1145.916 divided by T. So D is given sa problem as 3 degrees, no? So just give us the value of R as 381.972. And of course, tangent distance can be obtained. From this problem, it's stated that the tangent distance is 1/2 ng R, no? So to substitute yung R, this will give us the T value as 190.986. So just substitute, this will give us the value, area ng fillet as 5,304.04 square meters. Okay, so after the simple curve, so the next type of curve that we need to consider is compound curve, no? So recall yung definition, okay, ng compound curve. So this consists of two or more consecutive simple curves having different radius, but two centers lies on the same side ng curve, no? So likewise, any two consecutive curves must have a common tangent at their meeting point. So when two such curves lies on opposite sides of the common tangent, so the two curves then turns to be a reverse curve, no? So in a compound curve, the point of the common tangent where the two curves join is called the point of compound curvature, or PCC. So for this case, we have two simple curves, no? So ito yung first curve natin, okay, PC to PCC, then the second curve is PCC to PT. So yung line segment connecting this point B to D is the common tangent, okay? And this point E is the PCC. So we have here the following variables, okay? So we have the same R radius, T for the tangent, I for the central angle, so on. Of course, if you try to add this T1 and T2, this represent the length of the common tangent. And we have the same formula, T as R tangent I over 2. Okay, so let's proceed now to the last topic, which is the earthworks. So earthworks are considered engineering works created through moving or processing massive quantities of soil or unformed rock. No? So this is done by reconfiguring the topography in a site to achieve the design level. So it involves cutting and filling to achieve the desired topography. So of course, cutting can be defined as the cutting of excavating earth materials from a work location to achieve a desired topography, while filling is the process of moving the excavated material or additional earth material to a work location to achieve the desired topography. So for example, so natural topography natin is, let's say, pag ganyan, no? And let's say we want to construct, okay, a road, okay, na ganyan yung uh, geometry niya, no? So of course, we need to cut this part, and of course, we need to provide slope protection kung roadway yan. So ikakat natin yan. And of course, we need to provide the necessary fill materials, okay, for this. Okay, so yung volume earthwork can be computed using the first method, which is the end area. No? So volume is equivalent to A sub 1, which represents yung area for this part, plus A sub 2, area's end part, okay, over 2, okay, then times yung length. So L represent yung distance between A sub 1 and A sub 2. So the next formula that we can use is using the prismoidal formula. No? This is an accurate in finding the volumes of prism, pyramids, wedges, and prismoids having irregular end section. So the estimation of earthwork gives nearly an accurate volume. So yung formula is ito, no? Excuse V sub P is equals to L over 6 times A sub 1 plus 4 A sub M plus A sub 2, where A sub M here represent the area of the midsection. Third is volume with prismoidal correction. So volume is equivalent to V sub E using an area minus V sub CP. Then V sub CP is the prismoidal correction. It's equivalent to L over 12 times C1 minus C2 times T1 minus T2. So yung C and D represent yung dimensions ng end sections natin, A sub 1 and A sub 2. So example, okay, so center height ng road at this station, 7 plus 110 is 2 meters fill, while at station 71 plus 160 is 1.2 meters cut, no? So yung stationing pala is this first digit represent yung in kilometers, while the second digit represent in meters. Okay? So kaya pag naging 999 yan, then plus 1 meter, so we expect na yung additional magiging ano lang to. For example, ang station natin is um, so yung first digit is in kilometer, and yung digit dito would be in terms of meters, no? So for example, kung ang given is station 8 plus 999, so ang maximum dito would be 999. Then let's say plus, say 1 meter. So we expect that the notation for the stationing would be 9 plus 000. Okay? So kung meron tayong two stations na given, 7 plus 110 and 7 plus 160, so expect yung distance between the two would be obviously 50 meters. No? So from the first station, 7110, to the other station, the ground makes a uniform slope of 4.8%, so positive slope. So we expect that uh, we have here a line which leans towards to the right, no? So our task here is to compute the slope of the new road. Second is find the distance in meters from the first station to which the field is extended. And third, compute the stationing of the point where the field is extended. Okay, so to solve this problem, of course, we need to draw yung required na figure, no? So sabi doon, slope, ito is 4.8. So of course, yung 4.8%, in decimal, this is 0.048. Okay? So this is station 7 plus 110. And this station is 7 plus 160. So distance between the two is 50 meters. Okay. So ano pa ba yung mga given? So sa first station, 2 meters fill daw, no? So 2 meters fill. So ito yung 2 meters na fill. And sa last station, meron tayong 1.2 lang, no? Na cut this point. So ito yung magiging slope ng new road natin, no? So this is fill and this is cut. Okay. So from the definition of slope, this is rise over run. So delta y is slope times delta x. So we're given here the slope and the distance, okay, horizontal distance, we can be able to determine this vertical segment, right? So 0.048 times 50, this will give us 2.4. Okay. So obviously, if this is 1.2, this is also 1.2. Kasi 2.4 minus 1.2 is 1.2. Okay. Now, if you try to project this vertical segment to this side, this is also 1.2. Now, if we're given here 2 and this is 1.2, so we expect that this is zero point 0.8. Okay, kasi 2 minus 1.2 is 0.8. Now, obviously, from this figure, we can be able to determine the slope, okay, of the new road. No, this is equivalent to zero point 0.8. Okay, by considering this triangle over 50. So this will give us 0.016, or in decimal, this is 1.6%. Okay, so ito yung sagot sa part A natin. Now, so part B, so from the first station, kung hanggang saan natin i-extend yung fill, so we can let a variable x to represent yung required distance, no? So, para mahanap natin si x, we need to, of course, consider this part, okay? If we're given the slope of this line and this horizontal distance, okay? So this represent yung segment na 0.048, which represent the slope of this line, then times, ito yung x, diba? Times x. So we can generate an equation 0.048 times x equals to, so equivalent siya sa segment na 1.2, this segment, if we try to project, then plus, if we try to consider this triangle, so yung triangle na yan, yung slope ng new road is, in decimal, this is 0.016, then times, ano yung segment dito? If this is 50, this is x, we expect that this segment is 50 minus x. So times 50 minus x. So just solve for the value of x. This will give us 31.25 meters. So this is the answer sa part B, no? Now, to answer yung part C, so stationing na naman. So stationing ng point x is equivalent to station ng first station natin, 7 plus 110, then plus yung value ng x. So again, this is in kilometer, this is in meter. So simply add this 110 and x, no? So this give us 7 plus, so 110 plus this value of x, this will give us 141.25. Okay, so this answers sa part C na. C. Okay? Okay, so last example. So clear ko muna to. Okay. So we need to apply yung prismoidal formula kanina, no? Space pa ba? Okay, so in certain building operation, it is necessary to remove a portion of a hill which was approximately in the shape as shown in the sketch, no? Given figure. So lower base is a rectangle. So rectangle lang yan. Upper base is a right triangle. So AB is parallel to DE. AC is parallel to DG. So all face angles at A and at the right angles. Altitude of the solid is AD is 240. Okay. Other dimensions are shown in the sketch. So naka-fit yan. So find the amount of earth removed using prismoidal formula. So again, yung formula natin for prismoidal is volume is equivalent to L over 6 times A1 plus 4AM plus A sub 2. Okay. From this figure, A1 natin, so we can label this as A1, this one as A2. So A1 natin is right triangle. So it's a formula 1 half base times height na lang. So 1 half 80 times 150, no? So this will give us 6,000 feet square. Then A2, rectangle, so 120 times 220. This will give us 26,400. And of course, L is given in distance between A1 and A2 as 240. So yung next natin is where do you have the value of L, A1, A2. Okay. So yung problem na lang is yung value ng A sub M. So palitan natin ng kulay. So A sub M is midsection area. So yung part na ganyan, no? Okay. So ito yung A sub M. So we need to redraw. Okay, yung figure. So ito yung midsection area. So for this part, this is 100, no? So this is 120 and 80. So 120 plus 80 divided by 2 is 100. Similarly, for this segment, so ang segment dito is 220 plus 150 divided by 2. This will give us 185. Okay. For this segment, 120, this is 0. So 120 over 2 is 1. 220 over 2 is 110. Okay. So sa segment dito, this is 120, 0. So 120 over 2 is 60. Okay. Since this is 185, this is 110. So we expect this segment is 75. Okay. This is 100, this is 60. So expect that this is 40. Okay. So yung midsection area is equivalent to area ng rectangle. So 100 times 185. Then minus yung area ng triangle. So 1 half 75 times 40. So this give us 17,000 feet square. So apply now the formula. So 240 over 6 times 6,000 plus 4, 17,000 plus 26,400. So this will give us 416,000. So of course the unit would be in terms of cubic feet. Okay. So that's the end, okay, of our presentation. Thank you for listening.